Hey, what's up, everybody? MichaelTheArch here. Today we're starting up. We're not starting up, but we're jumping back into the New Frontier Challenge. It's been a few weeks since I recorded, and uh, I have massively put in a bunch of mods, just a massive amount of mods compared to what it was. It was setting at 180, I think, and it's mostly vehicles and stuff. But I do want to show y'all, if it will scroll. I do want to show y'all that I've added a few things that will affect the gameplay as well. And because I've got so many, if you notice, I've got one less than max, and that's because the move objects mod will mess the game up if you use it and you have to reload. So I just play with it off. But it's mainly tractors and stuff. We've got the color thing. I have this AI cost thing. It massively reduces the AI cost, which I'm going to use. I do have additional game settings, which is going to help with some things that I do. It does things that gets rid of things that I hate. Just cannot stand the flashy warning things in the middle. So there might be a few other things I can do with that. I don't know if I'll use it. Advanced maintenance. I don't even know what this does, but I know it does something good. I don't remember what it does right now without reading it. I do have buyable stations and stuff. We may use this option. I don't know. Got decorations, generators, houses, and like I actually have this guy updated, and if we had him, he's no longer there. I think that was already in there. And then going down, I just added follow me. We've got the auto load wood, which I've done in this. I now have auto load pallets as well. We may change direction on how things are going. Now, I have government subsidy. I don't have to use it. But the way that I do this, it's just easier to go in and hit deselect all and select all while I'm at that one thing. We do have a few other things like guaranteed crop prices. Now, I don't know I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. I think this is the guaranteed prices for your stuff to make that they'll always be at their max is what it is, I believe. We've got increased work areas for pickups. Going on down, you can see everything basically. We've got a lime factory, got two of them actually. We've got a helper for lumberjack now that does help. Several other things. I got a bicycle now. I love the bicycle. For those of y'all asking who wanted a bicycle, me. It was me. Move placeables makes it does some bad stuff. So I just put in no restricted fences. And I don't remember what we were doing on this save. Okay, so I have no idea what we were doing on the save, where we were at, or any of that stuff right now. We got a portable sleep trigger, productions without sheds, which are really nice. Now, reduced wear out, that's one I think I was using, but I may actually delete this one because I think that it works as a multiplier to another one I've been doing. But we've got all kind of other stuff here. Sleep at will. Just want to be transparent on what I'm doing. An automatic workshop. I love this thing right here. So I may put one in. It does charge you $4,000 a month for the one I use, but it's well worth it because you don't have to actually pay anything that I know of for your repairs once you do that. So yeah, I did get the vehicle speed sync, but I got the other thing too now, the follow me mod. And if it works like 22, it's going to be great. So that's all the new mods. I'm going to hit start and let's get going. All right. So we're back out here, and I have already been asked, what is the whole point of the series? What is the challenge? Well, my challenge is going to be that I need to be sustainable. I want to have a full farm set up. I want to be able to do forestry. So if it's a farm job that within reason, it doesn't have to be like special crops like root crops or anything, but just any other, basically anything at all that we want to be able to farm, such as say grass or wheat or something like that. And I also want to have a few animals. So with that being said, we will figure out what we're going to do. I've got, I put in this field. I own these all, and I've got grass in them. Anything that's like these here, I'm eventually going to either let them continue to do them, and so I can have some jobs, or I will go ahead and buy them and forget doing jobs at all eventually. But I want to be self-sustainable to where I can go out and work a day and make a living. We're sitting at 91,000, and I want to make between $1 million to 10 million and have it to where I can keep my money between those specific values. So I might stop when I hit $1 million. I don't know. We will see how it goes. But let's take stock of what I got going on right now. I've got a truck. In all honesty, the truck is a little bit useless. I could sell it and get some money for it at this point. I've got a few things going on here. If I'm not mistaken, nope, it does not. Okay. So I have nothing that the truck can actually be used for. I do like it. We'll see how that goes. I believe it was part of the original setup. I don't know. But I have used it to transport some stuff. Now, I will say this. I know that in this series, earlier in this series, I had somewhere, I had a trailer for hauling logs. I've got this one here now. I had a smaller one. I thought I might be thinking about another series. I had a small trailer or something for hauling logs or something, and I was doing it with my truck, I believe, in one of my playthroughs of this. And I could hook up to any of the trailers that had the ball hitch, the wood trailers with ball hitches. And now, just to be clear about it, they will not work. I'm on patch 1.5.01, I think it is. And the wood trailers with the ball hitch attachment will not actually work on here anymore. I don't know why. They did at one time for me, but they do not anymore. So, I've also seen other people using them. Let's go over here, and now I had put down a sell all trigger at one place. Okay, so we've got this guy here. This is a grain silo. So because this looks the way it is, these do work as long as you're on a base game map that I know of. I don't know if this one is going to work, but we had the other one right here that would not work. And I'm going to go back and try to see if I can get this to work. But there is something that we have to do because of this. Even though this is a silo and it looks really weird like that, if it looks weird, if it's not like it should be, we have to go through and actually put in something that will make more sense. So we've got 8,000 for that silo that we could do. Or if we go over here and go down, there's a really nice one that I like a lot. Hopefully I can find it. It's right here. It's $2,500. And we're going to do that. We're just going to, let me try to, oops. Pop it in right there. So you can see it actually looks like a silo now. So if we put one of these up, we have to add this too. That is one of my rules about it. So we're going to be losing a little bit of money with that. If this for some reason does not work, we'll just buy back whatever we need. So anyway, that's one thing fixed. Now, at this point, we can come up here and there are silos, and these are fun. There's the grain. The multi-fruit is absolutely awesome, and I love it. The hayloft is something as well that I may need. There's also a bale and pallet storage thing. I'd have to put a shed with it if I used it. With the multi-fruit, I would need to put it like so, maybe, or on the other side, but I don't own the land on the other side yet. So, yeah. Also, with these, you really need to put them down to where they are actually even. So, like, you put them down there where they can flatten out or do whatever they need to do. So, we're going to hold off on that. We've just got a grain silo for now. I'm fine with that. I'm going to go in here and grab this, and I'm going to start right here with this, and I want to flatten out a little bit of this area. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I do want to flatten out a little bit of this area so that all right, let's go on and bring it back a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to bring this down. The reason you bring it down instead of making it the bigger one is it will overlap some things, and you do not want that happening on certain areas. So you don't want to bring that down out here too much, and that doesn't look good. So I'm going to go ahead and raise this at the front as well a little bit more. We're going to bring it on out a little bit too. And I'll show you why. Try to get it pretty good right there. Go ahead and make that a little bit better there. All right, now back to this and just flatten it. Now you see I'm trying not to touch the road. If I was to touch that road, I would end up 100% having a lot of trouble with that road going forward. So I don't want to touch any of the roads. I want to ramp this down. So that's a better ramp. Now we've got a place that we can build on, kind of flat place we can build on there. And I am not getting paid to, or having money taken away to use this. So just to be transparent, it is a mod that allows that, and you can paint and terraform anywhere with it. I don't know what that was right there. Oh, it's straw or something. Okay, so we created a yard here, and the only things that we're going to do, as far as now, we're allowed to do a few of these if we have to. If we absolutely need money for something, we're allowed to do a few of them. Speaking of which, let's look. Nothing here. Now, that might be something good, but I have nowhere near the money. So, yeah, right now, how much is that header? 76? Okay. Well, we've got a harvester. As long as it takes, that's all we got to do. So, I do want to put in productions for like cattle or something like that. So we need to check and see how much different things are. We've got one here that's 170. That is a breeding barn. You can't use it. This the cow pasture is a breeding barn. It is not meant for anything at all to do milk. This one here is 250,000. So we've got to be able to have a cow barn somewhere out here. We'll have a cow barn. I've also now when I say we're going to have a cow barn, we're probably going to have 2 cow barns, and I'll explain that later. But we're going to have a cheap one for regular cows. We're going to have the most expensive one for water buffalo. We're going to have a dairy. We're going to have no horses, no pigs. We will take a sheep barn. It doesn't matter which one, to be honest with you. We have to have room big enough that the animals are comfortable. And then we'll have chickens. We'll definitely have bees at one point or at some point. And we might even have ourselves a dog. I do not want to use a mod for a doghouse, though, because I'm scared it will... I am scared it will mess up something, so... I don't like seeing little dips here and there, so let's just flatten that out. All right. Paint happy little textures. All right, let's jump over here, and we've got 2 tractors that we can use for this, and this is a really nice tractor where this is a very low-end tractor. I happened to find that one on sale, and that's why we have no money right now. But we're going to attempt... Excuse me one second. I have to get my steering wheel to work, I have to click on it once I'm in there. I click on the G-Hub thing. So, now, we can use the trick, and the trick is actually a really cool thing. I don't know how much horsepower this has. It says 224. Let's look in here and find this tractor. Oops. I believe it's in medium. Steyr, and it's okay. So it is a 224. It only goes up to 302. Right now, if we were to get that, okay. So we're just going to use the chainsaw then. But I might do a job for Noah or somebody else right quick so I can get some trees, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to park here. So let's broker a deal. We got deadwood, $200 to borrow trees. Now, or to borrow. Now we want to... Miss Katie's got a good one here. We've got both of these here. So I've got 49 hours, 48 hours to do these jobs for these here. So we're going to borrow that. And we're going to... Let me see what I've just got. One thing also is if I can't walk to it, I need to drive to it instead of going through. That's one thing I like about doing certain things. I may not have been playing it this way in the past, but now we do have auto load, and I'm fine with that. One reason I put the auto load bell mod on is because I want to be able to go through and let's do that one too. All right, I want to be able to go through and to basically load up stuff for cattle and things once I get that. So let's go on over here. We're going to use these to tip it down a little bit. We're going to use these to get as much stuff as we can. Hold on, I got my blanket. Oops. Let me go on and get over here. So, with this, we can do a lot of work fairly quick, and I love being able to have these contracts where you can borrow these things. So that's why I do it. I'm brokering a deal. I'll do a contract for them as long as they will let me borrow the stuff. And eventually I will have to buy this and the other harvester at least, if I want to continue doing stuff here. So, all right. Since I have played this, I've actually moved my keyboard, and it's below my, it is now below the, okay, I was trying to figure out how to do it. It's below the steering wheel. And because of that, it's very hard to actually play without hitting the button sometimes. Now, you can actually cut bigger trees with this, but we're only going to cut these guys right now and hope that we get enough money to buy a wood chipper for the other trees. If you are using this and you go forward a little bit, you can dump them like that fairly easily usually. Any of the other trees that we do get, any other trees we do get and we would chip them, we will use them. Hold on, I'm looking at something. We'll use them to just make money with and buy land with, basically. Another thing, I do want to purchase all of the land on this. That's one of my goals, is to purchase all of the land. This might be a long series. Let's get this. Oh. I'm going to have to go around a slightly different direction, I think. Now, one thing, I have to make sure that the jobs I'm doing, they're on 23 and 31. I got to make sure that they are not on my land. So this one up here, if I want to work on something over here or here, I'm going to have to take different jobs and turn these in, something that are in different areas. Otherwise, it's going to start, if I take down the wrong tree, it will try to charge me $2,000, and I'm not having that happen. So I do have cut anywhere turned off as well, though. So hopefully it won't allow that, but who knows. These guys here, the little ones, I'm going to save them for wood chipping. And the things here, I'm going to save. I'm either going to chainsaw out, or I'm going to have to get a forestry mulcher to take them down. Or I can take them down with other means as well. But once I have the means to do the others, I will have to do that. So we've got a lot of them over here as well. Let's just go start grabbing them. To me, it's going to be worth actually doing this because I don't have to worry about where my trees are landing. I know about where they're landing, so if y'all want the inside view, we'll do that for a second. We'll do 2 trees this way. I find that the inside view is not the best on the harvesters, any of them. It's the glass in them is really messed up looking. And like I can't see what the heck I'm looking for right now. There are 2 in front of me, so let's try to get them. Let's go with this one on this side first. Well, is that one? Yep, there we go. And let's go back around and try to grab that one from this direction. I know some people like the realism and some people do not. A lot of people have told me they prefer the third person view, but there we go. We got them so you can see what it looks like from inside. I've had several people ask me how I get these things to work properly and all. And as soon as I press the button to let them drop, I let it roll for a second, and then I back up and start pulling away, and it will drop them in to that area. Also, I use a joystick and a steering wheel. If you're on console, I'm sorry, I don't think there's any joysticks that you can use. There may be. There are farm sticks that are coming out for Xbox, but they are not on PlayStation yet. And I have a PlayStation and PC Logitech wheel. It works fine, but it does have some problems. You make sure that you have G-Hub and not the older thing for the setup of the wheels. If you've got that older thing, it will not work properly. Also, if you want to take those trees there down with the harvester, if you look at the bottom, you see it fans out right at the bottom. You have to target that spot right above the foot, and it will actually cut those trees down. I can show you one, but I'm not going to cut down many of them. All right, we got quite a few. Now, also, we have to pay any loans. We've got to pay $10,000 a month on them. So we go to finances. We've got $100,000 loan right now. We're going to have to actually pay $10,000 in October. And by the way, some of my saves, and I don't know why, some of my saves reset to September if I was not already past October or past November. I had 2 saves where I was actually in November, and both of them reset to September. All right, we got that one. Now that one's stuck in that tree. We're just going to keep trying. And if it won't, we're just going to release it and let it fall. We'll get it later. We'll cut down the other one and bring them both over here or something. And I can show you how that works. But I figured in $200 for the ability to go through and move these things over here 2 at a time and this quickly without having to mess with the other stuff would be great. And also the reason I got the other harvester is so I can fix so I can cut them down without having to worry about it. Not having to do it by hand will be awesome. The lower you cut these, the easier it is for you to go over. I am allowed to use, I am allowed to delete a tree if I want to. I don't want to, but I am allowed to delete a tree. I am allowed to cut down with the, I guess, the axe, machete, or chainsaw. I believe I have all 3 installed. Yeah, I know the chainsaws are here, but let's try to take this guy down and see if we can just get this other one undone from him. And this will be our first wood chipped one, probably. Now, it's not telling me that it's too wide. It's because I have that cut off. But if I raise that a little bit, you raise it up a little bit, and it allows you to do that. So there we go. It's down. I'm going to turn that back down a little bit so we can get as low as we can. If you look at it, it is at a slight angle down. And I like that because it helps them to fall as well. There's some over here. Let's go grab them. So for anybody that thinks you can't cut those down, you absolutely can. You can cut them down. You just got to know where to do it at. If you see the left vertical piece of that guard, that's where you want to focus on when you are aiming to cut these things down. You want to put that kind of in the middle of your tree, I think. It helps. I'm going to get rid of this service berry right quick. All right. I can pick up to, I think it's 10,000, or 1,000 kilograms, I think. Yeah, 1,000. And that's fine. I'm going to also get rid of, now I can't pick that one up. So I'm going to have to move it right quick with my other one, or cut it down one. The stumps we can get out of there with the chainsaw for now. Once I can afford the other things, then we'll be good. Okay, it says it's 205 kilograms. I tell y'all what, let's actually go into the settings and let's change those settings. General settings down at the bottom, I think. Normal strength. Let's change this down to like 400 kilograms. And let's go with that. So also, yeah, we should cut on wood chips. Cut anywhere is off. And I have a reason for that. So do I have my save on? I do. Let's save it. Okay. So now I'm doing this one a little bit different than I was doing some of the others, but so I think that's a fair thing there. Is how much is this one going to weigh? 1.1 tons. Okay. Let's go ahead and move him. Oh. So what that is doing for me is basically I'm just getting that stuff fixed to where I can come over here with the other thing, and then I'm going to push them all together. So I might yeah, there we go. That's how y'all do it. Don't forget, that's how y'all do it. I might actually, my blanket got under my feet. This thing got cold again on us. Lower that. All right. Oh, what in the what? All right, there we go. Now, a lot of this stuff I will do in first-person mode, like this right here. Most of the time I prefer to doing that, but we'll have to see. I'm going to pull him over here for now. So y'all know, it's actually a really cool thing to have a winch on the front and the back, so you can use the blade and use the winch itself. It's a really nice setup. I have done that a few times, and it's pretty cool. We do have another one here that we need to take down. Okay, that should do what I need to do. Let's go on over here. By the way, our character that we are using is named Randy. I think I had said in one of the previous episodes I had given him a name and I didn't remember what it was. His name is Randy. All right. Now, I'm going to try to do this episode straight through. And I'm already at 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm only going to grab 2 more of these. And then we're going to start actually harvesting some of them. And I'll show you what I like to do. All right. We'll try to make some money in this episode. Going forward after this episode, I will definitely need to edit. I just did not want to edit this time for this particular episode. But I'm having a good time. I hope y'all are. I've got one here and one over there. I'm going to try to get this one first. All right. Now it's $110,000 for a wood chipper. I do not recommend using the Vermeer wood chipper. If y'all have seen the mod, I have tested it and I was like, oh yeah, I've got this wood chipper. It's 35,000 instead of 110,000. Well, guess what? And I don't know if it's meant to do this, but as I used it, I had severe issues with how much it actually chipped. And that's actually the problem, is that it gave me about 10% of what it was supposed to be giving me. And I don't know why. All right, let's go ahead and do a few things. Okay. Now, we've got this over here. I'm going to see if I can maybe pick this one up. I can. Okay, maybe we can remove it and put it over here. All right. It's within our small 400 limit. By the way, if you want to pick something up from afar or pick it up higher, get as far back as you can, which is not very far with this, and do it that way, and it should pick up easier for you. I'm going to try to just lay it down over here with these. All right, and this other one I don't need to do anything with for now, so we're just going to cut this off. All right, let's go ahead and try to grind this out. So eventually we'll get some of these, we'll get something that can pick this stuff up, hopefully. So we need a forage harvester. I do have that one on sale, but I don't have a head for it. $285. let's look at forage harvesters. There's actually something else I can use instead, which would be this guy here, I think. I don't know how this works. I don't know if you actually attach. I think you attach this to your tractor, and then you attach a header to that, and it's just a much cheaper way of this. That guy, wow, that's actually a really good price on that, ain't it? Okay. Hey, you know what? That is probably the best or second best that there is. Oh man, how much is it? 285. I don't want to take out a loan for 300,000, but long pipe standard. Ugh. I don't think you really need a long pipe. 285,000. Well, I would still have to buy a header, and the other one is, let's look one more time. This, it requires 375 horsepower. It would be cheaper to buy this. So, for getting up wood chips when we do it, I think it's a safe thing to say that it's probably the better idea to do that. So, wow. Are we going to make that? I will make that decision here in just a few minutes. Do I have a trailer? I've got that little guy. Now, if we were to buy that, that would be the only forage harvester that we had. And is it worth it to pick up that stuff? And I don't think it is. All right, let's go over here and pick up the other harvester. Now, with the addition of Follow Me, I may use a few mods, get them to follow me home some, but I don't know how that's going to work just yet. All right. This blanket is, I have a cold air coming in my window over here. It's not the window itself, it's the air conditioner, the side of it, and it causes it to have some really cold breezes coming in sometimes. I wonder if there is a mod for a really cheap forage harvester. Now, we're going to go into this view. I'm going to go on and cut it on, flip it over, and so you want the red part facing the top. I'm going to turn around here. This is one of the only things I like the tool view of. It's not too good. All right. All right, first off, we do have to come in here. We have to see how long it is And we're going to set it to 6 meters. All right. I'll show y'all something. Not the one I'm trying to grab. I just want to run it back. Okay, come on, I got this. Again, it's turning the wrong way. Bring it over here. I want to bring it up. We'll grab all of these however we need to. Let's just get through this pile. This episode is going to be a little bit longer probably than I would like, but I want to get through this pile without doing cuts. Oh! What just happened? My harvester broke there for a second. Thank goodness they have some of these tools that we can use. Let's try to get this back around. Not the one I was going for, but okay. Trying to get this done quickly. Now, in the next episode, we'll definitely go and do those contracts for them. I may attempt to actually use both of these machines. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Let's go on and try to move some of these around if we can. He's too big. All right. All right, here we go. I don't know what we grabbed. I've never had it do that I know of. All right, let's pull forward a little bit. Just drop them. I'm glad I set up that drop button. I think that we're going to cut this one here, and we will continue this unedited episode in the next episode. So it'll be kind of 2 parts, I guess. But you'll get to see what I'm doing, and I'll see y'all in the next one.